So this is day 634 of early retirement. I wanted to kind of make this episode so you guys can get this day in the life of our lives in Tokyo. By the time this episode is out, it's probably gonna be weeks after 634 days. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys how it looks. We're gonna leave Tokyo kind of soon. It's kind of good for our memories as well. So this is our place right now. We pay about $1,400 a month for this spot. As you can see, look at this ghetto like green screen. And that's Sean waving over here. This is the living room and we kind of do our work here. We film our videos here. Sometimes I'm sitting on the couch and working as well. You can see over here, it's our bedroom. It's kind of funny because I have trouble sleeping when it's too bright. So we tape the sides and put like towels over the curtains so that less light can escape. And then there's another bedroom over here, a little smaller one over here. So $1,400 a month isn't bad for a 2-bedroom. It's kind of interesting. They have a separate shower or a separate like bathroom situation where the toilet is on this side and then the shower is on this side. So as you can see here, the shower is like on one side, our sink and laundry is over here, but the toilet is in another room over here. So let me just say a little bit before we head out. We finished our Japanese class. So one of my bucket list goals was to learn languages, and Japanese wasn't really on the list, but then we kind of randomly decided after our Chinese program, hey, maybe we should just go for it. And then we decided to do a 3-month immersion program over there. It was about like $1,100 or so for 3 months. I think it came out to be about $7 an hour. And I'm honestly kind of glad that that is over because now I'm kind of in a mode to work on different things now. Kind of want to start working on content a bit more, building it up again, working on different products and stuff like that. Because I feel like I've been kind of away from content and different things like that for over 8 months, like just really enjoying this time for myself. But yeah, we recently met with our team in the Philippines and it kind of gave me a lot more motivation again and kind of brought me back to why I've been doing everything in the first place, because I really wanted to help people become financially free and not be in the position that I was in the past. And we were really kind of talking about what are the things that would actually help people go from A to B and like bring them to become financially free and not financially stuck. So I think in this past month, I've gotten a lot more motivation, more passion, so I'm really excited about that. So now let's go and head out of this apartment and I want to show you guys what it looks like outside. All right, so this is the walk outside of our place. We walked this every day when we were going to school. It's about a 15-minute walk to the JR, kind of a longer walk, I would say, and then we get on and then switch to this other tram, get to school. It was kind of a long commute.
School was a lot of fun. Japanese is a very difficult language for sure, and we were in a class with people from all different kinds of countries, so it's very unique because normally when we're in a class, you expect to be with a bunch of other people, maybe from America or people who speak English as their first language. But in this one, it wasn't the case. So we had to communicate with many of them with Japanese. And since we didn't know Japanese for the first few weeks, it was actually kind of hard to get really close to them.
Coming along here, there's this one bar over there that trying to like go and talk to people to get better at Japanese. I was too shy for the longest time. Finally went one time and talked to some random person for a little bit, but my Japanese is terrible. And I still was able to like communicate. I'm proud of myself for doing little things like that are like kind of uncomfortable. Here's this other karaoke place, as you can see here. This is this karaoke place that we go to after class sometimes. It was super cheap. Yeah, here, you can see the price over here. So because we were students, we were able to get the student pricing.
Weekdays, this much, and then on weekends, this much for 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then from 6 p.m. to 5 in the morning, it's this much for weekdays and this much for weekends.
But basically, because we did it after class, it was always the night pricing, but it was so cheap. I think we paid like $15 or something for 2 of us. Yeah, something like that. $15 for 2 of us for like unlimited hours after class. So we'd do that and then like work on homework or study. So it's kind of our co-working space, if you will.
And then sing once in a while.
Yes, actually, he loves singing, so he would always sing. He'd choose like 10 songs while I was working. He'd just belt them.
I'd scream in the mic, even though I'm not good at singing.
So getting back to the immersion program, it was really hard. It was fine in the beginning, but it started really picking up. And then I think I started getting a lot more anxious, like really wanting to do well. And I think that's been a prevalent thing like throughout these programs that I just keep trying to be. I just have some perfectionism thing that I guess I deal with or something. So I feel like that's something I probably should work on. But we ended up doing pretty well in the class. Like I was 4th in the class out of like 16. He was 6th in the class. Somehow I got 100 on speaking, which is like insane. The final test was like pretty hard, to be honest. We studied really hard for every single test. Like after class, 3 hours of class is like 3 hours of studying for each test, doing homework and everything. And honestly, like every immersion program seems to be like this. So every time I think it's gonna be some chill thing that we can do in a different country, ends up being like a lot and taking up a lot of our time. I can't really work on the business as much, and there's just like not much rest time. So I think now it actually taught me that I do have a strong work ethic if I want to have a strong work ethic, and I can work really hard if I want to, because that was a lot of hours we were putting into Japanese. I'm gonna try to put that into business and put that into some random things I want to do with my life.
Also, it's kind of sad that I was literally the oldest person in our class besides the teacher. That was kind of sad to see because I still feel very young. And yet other people out there, they look a lot older than me, but they're a lot younger, which is very weird.
It's really nice that we're doing these things when we're young, and for these people, they're trying to move here. For us, we're just doing it for fun. And right now, I'm really trying to just do things that I have the energy for before I die, right? So I think the business goal aspect is really just like maybe I should focus on it a little bit more, but it's not a requirement, because like we have reached that point where we don't need more, but like how can we tap into things that fulfill us and like things that we care about, right? Because if we just keep like just having fun all the time, it's not that fulfilling either. So like we have to work on projects and things like that to keep us excited and keep us feeling like fulfilled. Aside from that, we actually booked tickets to the Olympics. I'm like super excited for that. We also booked tickets for a couple other countries that I've never been to. I am still tackling some of my bucket list goals at the same time, aside from like my achievement goals, I would say. Aside from just like working on different projects, we're like really experiencing life in different places, and it's been really fun. Okay, so we're walking over to the train, and I want to show you what that train looks like. Here's basically what it looks like. It can get pretty crowded sometimes over here. Also, there's all these like kind of unwritten rules, I feel like you shouldn't be walking around and drinking and eating. You shouldn't be talking on the phone on the train. So sometimes the train can get like really quiet and you feel like you need to whisper all the time. So I guess that's one of the interesting things about Japan, that sometimes I always feel like I'm being disrespectful. After this ride, we essentially transfer and go to school, but right now we are off school. So I wanted to show you guys what we've been doing for fun. So sometimes we go to different cafes, like themed cafes, or we go karaoke, like I mentioned before. Sometimes we'll play those games, those arcade games. Like he loves arcade games. So we'll do that a lot. We're literally going to Disneyland tomorrow, and on 3 days after, 2 days after. There's a lot to do out here. That's what I really like about here. I think as we are traveling to different places, we're kind of learning what we like and we don't like. And another great thing is we've been able to hang out with a lot of family. So I've been able to see my host family in Japan, and then when we took a short trip to the Philippines, yes, we saw our team, our Good Sweet Homes team, but also I was able to see some relatives out there too. All throughout this Asia trip, we've been able to see a lot of family. When you take this train, you can use the Suica card. It costs about $1 or $1.50 per ride, but it's really convenient because you can use your phone to basically tap in and get on the train. But I would say that the Taiwan system, the Taiwan public transit system, was a lot more convenient than this.
So like in Taiwan, it's basically one system, and then that one system has like buses, trains, bikes. Whereas here, there's different train companies. So even if you're getting like a monthly pass, it doesn't work because it only works with that one train company. Kind of convenient.
We only spent like $40 per month in Taiwan for the public transportation, but here we probably spent like a couple hundred between the two of us for each month, because we essentially have to transfer, and each transfer costs money. We are getting out at Harajuku Station. This is just one of the many neighborhoods that are like popping in Japan. It's so fun out here. And I'm gonna show you guys what a themed cafe looks like. So here we go. Okay, so we are here at the Pom Pom Fern Cafe. Just want to show you guys what this looks like. But right now the wait is longer than normal, I would say. I feel like on weekends, Tokyo gets pretty cracking, so it's definitely harder to get a spot. But we only have about 9 more days or 7 more days here. Nice, this is the menu. Oh, it's the rules. Okay, it's the rules. So basically we only have like about a week here, so we're kind of cramming a lot of things in here that we want to do, and this was one of them. Alright, so the wait wasn't long and it's so cute. I'm gonna show you guys. Look at these things. There's a whole merch section over here. Yeah, this is crazy. I'm not gonna, this is fine, this is fine. This is good enough. All right, let's ask Sean, how does he feel about 8 months of travel now? What does he think?
Traveling has been very interesting. I think one of my biggest fears was not having the control that I was used to. I was very hands-on with one of our properties, like our latest one over in Dallas, and I would go there literally every single week. Before we left, Sharon and I were doing a lot of renovations on the property, and to leave and hand that off to someone else was actually very scary. But now that we've been gone for over half a year and everything's been pretty smooth, it's actually really nice and very freeing to not feel tied down to a certain location, to be able to go, travel, and do other things.
So I think that we really can manage everything outside, and honestly it's been pretty passive because we did get property managers for every property, including the Airbnbs except the one in the Bay Area. So it's been really passive. We don't have to worry that much. That's why we've been able to just go have fun, like do immersion programs and things like that. So really it hasn't been an issue. And I think the main thing was really, as we like keep having fun, we were stepping away a lot from our business and a lot of stuff. And one, it does show that we really are financially free. Like we don't need to do anything really. We're getting rental income. And also our index funds, our investments are making money for us exactly like how we have planned it. And we're still doing recurring investments into our index funds. So it is all still growing. Our net worth is still growing. It is just finding that balance of like, how much do you want to work? How much do you want to play? And I think it was actually helpful that we kind of stepped away and now we're like back into gear where we're like creating the passion for it, because I don't want to like do anything where I'm not passionate about it and I'm not having fun and I'm like, why am I doing this? So now we're really finding our why and our purpose with the stuff that we're doing. Just finished our meal at the Pom Pom Fern Cafe. I'm stuffed. We're walking around Harajuku now. Sometimes we'll go to gaming cafes as well. There's just so much to do out here. It's been really fun. We're leaving in a week, like I mentioned. And after these 8 months of travel, I feel like we're still in a good spot. Like we haven't been feeling that homesick. We've been really enjoying our time, seeing a lot of friends and family, hosting people even. We brought his mom over and got to take her traveling. She'd never even been to Tokyo or been to Japan. Had another friend stay over too, and it's been great being able to experience this life for an extended period of time and being able to do it with him, because I did it by myself before. It's, I think, way more fun with a significant other and being able to share these experiences with him. We'll see as these retirement days continue how we're gonna feel, but right now it's just been fun and inspiring, motivating. We're like excited to do more projects, and yeah, we'll keep you guys updated on our retired life abroad. See you guys in the next one.